not thematically.
Those combatants appear to have been bested by...
Crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat.
bested by the most efficient assassin of all, exposure to the elements.
Because it is far more authentic that way. Purple berry crunch is for you and for me, and it's always made in parasite-free.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to the cold certainly does terrible things to our brain. It's because the archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. And once the Protectorate retook the machine, they locked out all external access. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is, well, it's preposterously small. Yet, here you are. Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play, though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. Absolutely. There are several factors that will greatly reduce your odds of survival. First, you will frequently encounter ursopods, which are native to these tunnels. Also, near the thermal transfer station is an infestation of crabbles that are breeding in abundant numbers. And directly south is a band of what had been normal folks, now turned bloodthirsty and feral due to an overindulgence in Auntie's Choice Adrena time. What else can I do to help you help us escape this frozen hell? May the universal...
As a Protectorate subject considering a better life with Auntie's Choice, you might be wondering, what's in it for me exactly?
Why, everything! Risks with rewards, ambition without limits, food with flavor. It's a lot to take in. We're here to help.
Rough setup, ain't it? But at least they...
My scouts reported significant activity in the archive, followed by a mysterious figure emerging from it, which was obviously you. A notion that fills me with questions. So many, in fact, that I have precious little idea on where to start in the asking. I don't suppose you would care to enlighten me as a beginning to our discourse? You took the archive? On your own? That's quite a feat. Even after combining our forces, we've been unable to accomplish anything close to that. My name is Provost Finch, and I've been appointed as leader of this motley band. Correct. At first, we were antagonists, warring against each other and the Protectorate. But then the Protectorate locked the lifts and doors, trapping us all beneath the ice. With no escape or access to resupply, continuing to kill each other made scant sense. So, I reached out to their commander under a flag of truce and suggested a temporary alliance. We would pool our food, warmth, and resources while here, and could go back to killing each other if and when we make it to the surface again. Hardly. It took days and days of getting more and more close-fisted with our resources before we decided to set terms. But it's a good thing we did. We'd all be dead otherwise. Over a month, and we made peace about a week later. I held off a bit, needing to really take stock of the direness before making my offer. Of course, all we have to do is fight our way into the breaker room and turn the lift and door access back on. But we've lost dozens in that attempt. Now, we wait, having calculated that the odds of rescue being greater than our chances of successfully assaulting those defending automechs with ever-diminishing resources. Thank you, stranger. Perhaps it's just my desperation speaking, but since you somehow made it down here, placing my faith in you seems like a preordained outcome. Good luck.
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp. Pardon any blood or sick you might spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague a fortnight past. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope. Oh, thank the law. I've always thought the same. Wait, let's focus on my patients before you start playing alienist. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. I ask if you had the know-how, because I need someone who can identify it proper. If it's anywhere, it's going to be over in the storage building. Some other Auntie's Choice folk took the place over, and they're about as keen on sharing as I am on being a Sawbones. But I'm sure they're the only danger you'll face. Aside from the man-eating ursopods, bitter cold, precarious pits, and occasional landmines. Good luck.
I can't feel it when I touch my toes with my fingers. Which one do you think has gone numb?
Given you're trying to touch
of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point.
Your brain that's
Just don't feel like you...
Auntie stresses that we should always be ready to ply our trade, even if it means we're trading ice for snow. I'm sure one way or another, we can strike some kind of deal.
Of course nobody's gonna see it, that's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water just to kill revenge?
Is free Arcadia. Special update on the archive situation. Although the freelance agent has taken the facility, it's far from operational. Pockets of
Proceeding to attack. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
I'll handle this. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. vulnerabilities identified. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Catchy pitch, Auntie's products you simply can't live without. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives division has proudly launched its Slurry-Lows, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the processed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an Auntie's Choice field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Investigating hostile intentions. Combatant scan. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield recharging. Hey, I use the enemy. Hey, I'm not your enemy. Yeah. Proceeding to attack. Protectorate engineers. Reckon they didn't repair much. Resorting to violence. Mobilizing. I have a fix on their weaknesses. I'll handle this. Pump mechanism needs repair. Any tools lying around? Resorting to violence. Lay down fire.
Back in business.
Proceeding to attack.
Toolkit. Should come in handy with repairs.
You to the top rung, plus This is wireless-free Arcadia.
Hostilities are afoot. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
To address all our previous naysayers and eggheads would have us think these plate shows herald
I'll handle this. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Energy transmitter out. Soak up the shock. Ratcheting up my aggression.
Tingling.
experimental operations.
Activating energy transmitter.
Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, think of it. That's your job. The threat of extinction is the mother of nature, after all.
Now on to other things. Reasonably peppy. Please consult our approval. Dancing is presently allowed.
Reading that manual told me everything I needed to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature form. Now my Crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me. That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind.
I'll handle this. Mobilizing. I'm back in scan.
Bad way to go.
Schermerhorn, my new neighbor, is an odd fellow. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Now to activate the system.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not pick that up. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
Stop all your moving and shaking, go-getters. I have things you need to know right now. The space rift has undergone a sudden and rapid intensification in size and vigorousness. And not in a new and improved bigger is better kind of way. Our own VP of Product Development, Gertie Hewitt, can attest to that. Auntie's right-hand VP was nearly killed by the rift while on a business trip, acting as our duly delegated representative for some high-risk negotiations. Luckily, she escaped in a last-minute dramatic fashion worthy of a wireless serial, such as our own corporate fixers for hire, checklists for good times. Now back to the news. We're hearing
Resorting to
angry look about them. Probably nothing to worry about. And we'll solve this little rift dilemma, turning a potential liability into an Now, on to other things. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Proceeding to attack. Ratcheting up my aggression. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Investigating hostile intentions. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists. Advertising. Our
Hostilities Security vulnerabilities identified.
Let's get you healed. Out of sight and on the way. Happy to help. Discreet.
Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Investigating hostile intentions.
Each a vital call.
Now for something a little different. Tonally, if not thematically.
Good idea in theory, shit idea in practice. You'll only keep warm for so long before its stomach acid burns through your armor.
Proceeding to attack. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Quite the example of entropy at work. And a disgusting one at that. Certainly the Ursa pod ceased generating body heat the moment it expired. Mobilizing. Activating energy transmitter. Combatant scan.
Wait! Do not shoot! Watch it. Hello again. What can I help you with? May the Watch yourself! Yeah!
You're tuned to wireless free Arcadia. Ease and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice. Building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our older neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now?
I've seldom seen such sloppy corpse disposal. Oh well, time to loot the bodies, I suppose.
Respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. At Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace is efficient and well-suited to the shifting needs of our lives. After all, that's what unbridled freedom is all about.
Do business. This one reminds me of the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Who are you kidding? If you ain't cutthroat enough to turn the big profit, you ain't cutthroat enough to try anything on me.
Really? You think that's the right tone to take? You may be ruthless in selling out your partners.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist,
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some upper-shelf pharmaceuticals on, the upper shelves. But I think the rifts have claimed them. We've been told to stay the hell away from those things, and that's exactly what we've done.
Now, will there be anything else? Or can we finish our argument in peace?
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling. I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff. You're kidding. You think I'm going to take him for some kind of trial? Where I'd have to tell everyone about our stash? That violates every tenet of the society we hold dear. Besides, it's not like I didn't think about it. I just knew it would be a mistake. But this guy? He thought it was the perfect time to pounce on my back like a rabid raptidon.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Resorting to violence.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking? We've been told to...
Anti-Cleo needs to spark some combustion under a few listless posteriors. Listen in dreadful anticipation to my latest demotions report, starting with Asta Fisk, senior copywriter in
Formulation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose. A flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, Slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Auntie's Choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Fine. Let us proceed.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the one.
Hope you get the medicine soon. Something's wrong with it? Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do. I'm not sure it even is still medicine. Oh, laws. I can tell you no more about this than I do, but I really hope you're right. Still, you did what I asked, and I ain't the type to leave a debt unpaid. Here you are. Hope you don't come back to a room of corpses.
Of course nobody's gonna see it, there's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being, so that's not shaved clean. So, you want me to take off your top and drop it in the
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now. I'll handle this. Standing by to stupefy.
Initiating perlustration.
Proceeding to attack. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Raring to go.
There be none. Complication in progress. Energy transmitter active. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. vulnerabilities identified.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of Robinons or some such.
Wireless Free Arcadia presents our top requested marketing melody, Forced Rockets by the Herschel Sisters.
Unknown personnel
Investigating hot.
detected.
Mitigating the threat. Taking the fight out of them.
That goes out to the dedicated employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers fighting on behalf of individual freedom and personal responsibility. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Why are you running around so much? Watch us. Hello again. What can I help you with? In earnest? That is the most wondrous and least expected turn of events the equation could produce. That means we should soon be leaving this nightmare behind us. Thank you, stranger. You've saved many lives this day. Watch yourself.
The lifts are once again working. I honestly cannot imagine how you've managed such a feat, but on behalf of us all, I am truly grateful. As soon as we finish gathering supplies and rallying together, we'll be returning to the surface. I wonder if this truce will hold or melt in the sunlight.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Vitals are in the red, Commander. I have a fix on their weaknesses. say this for my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive.